What's good with you, man? It's Postman, EA Sports, baby. It's getting the game. You know what I'm saying? So music producers, this topic is how to get in the game. And it's I kind of tricked you a little bit. I know I tricked you. I know because in your mind you thought I was talking about the music game. You know how you get into that little music industry club, the little clique. You know what I'm saying? Getting that game or whatever. But I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about how to get in the game of life. You understand what I'm saying? And by using the same techniques and tactics I'm about to tell you how to get in the game of life, you can get any game you want to. You want to get in the music game, industry game, whatever. We're talking about how you gonna get in the game of life. Because before you talk about getting inside of a music industry and all the stuff, I mean, are you even in the game of life yet? I mean, really. And if you are you playing at the highest level? These are the questions that we got to ask ourselves. And you know, a lot of times, again, we look around us and we may not see everybody playing the game to its highest level. And so we kind of tend to be like our environment. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm doing these videos every day. So you have somebody that's coming that you can consider this your environment, right? The digital space. And I'm really one of the pioneers, I believe, in seeing it that way, that, you know, this is actually an environment. You know, just because I'm not right next to you, but if I can be on a video and saying this and you seeing me and my presence is strong, it's just like I'm right there with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm doing it like this, just off the webcam. I ain't got no studio and big, you know what I'm saying, fancy cameras. I used to do it like that, but now I'm like, look, let me just talk right to you. So it's just like I'm in your house. I'm your homeboy, man. I'm your friend. You know what I'm saying? We just motivate each other. So, you know, that's why I said your environment, generally speaking, probably you don't see a lot of people really in the game. And if you do, they probably play at such a low level. You know what I'm saying? And waste so much time. And so the way you measure a person, the level they play in the game is how much time they waste. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? How much time do you waste? Because the person wasting so much time doing this, X, Y, and Z, ain't in the game. Because the name of this game is being active. You know what I'm saying? Going after your dreams and goals in pursuit, going above and beyond what everybody else is trying to do, and just going. And then when I say above and beyond what everybody else is trying to do, I'm talking about in your actions. So if you trying to sell beats on the internet, then you would be going above and beyond. I mean, instead of having 50 beats, you got 100 beats. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going above and beyond. When an artist buys one of your beats, you know what I'm saying? You pick up the phone and call them, hey, what's going, man? How's the track? Let me hear the track. You know what I'm saying? Going above and beyond, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, look, I don't give a damn. I'm just going to keep moving. I'm going to keep expanding. You know, and part one of the game is action. Because without that, you ain't gonna do shit no way. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't building nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I got 100 bricks in front of me and I got a blueprint, a map that shows me how to build this house, and I don't do shit, then it's gonna be a bunch of bricks laying on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I got the vision. I see what the shit supposed to look like, but I ain't doing nothing. So it ain't gonna be no damn house built. You know, we got to remember that. You know, and then the faster I build the shit, right? If this person lays one brick every hour, it's gonna take his ass a long ass time. If I lay a brick every minute, who gonna get done faster? Who gonna sit back and go, damn, that dude built that house. Oh man, he lucky. Oh man, God done blessed him. No motherfucker, I got up and did some shit. That's all it was. You know what I'm saying? But we don't see that. You know, because the world, you know, the world is crazy right now, man. People just don't realize, like, man, the power is in you and what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? The power really is there. Second thing is learning. You know, if a person is taking action, I'm gonna give you so you can see exactly clearly what, if you're making a mistake right now, what side of the fence you're making a mistake on. Or you might make a mistake on both ends, and it's knocking your ass out the game. You ain't even progressing in the game. So I'm about to show you. So there's action and there's learning. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the problem with in American schools is you focus so much on learning for 17 years of your life, they never taught you no action. So it developed a habit of learning shit without taking no action. It developed that habit. You understand what I'm saying? It's a terrible habit. Because you could just fucking go to math class and learn for an entire semester and just forget all that shit after you take your test, and there was no point into it. So there was no point. The whole point was to take a test and regurgitate it. That's a very terrible mindset. It's a very terrible mindset. That's what way, you know, the school system is so ridiculous. That's what the way it is. But there's another process. After you learn, there's the action part, right? They go hand in hand. Once you learn, you apply what you learn immediately, and then you just keep taking action, and then you go back and learn some more once you realize, okay, I've taken this further as I can go with the knowledge I have, and I'm going to learn some more. Now, the way to keep going fast and keep moving is to keep learning, right? and then keep acting. So the faster you get that relationship together, like, okay, boom, 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 I just did some shit, boom, I put this up, okay, how do I do this? Okay, I learn some more. Okay, boom, boom, act. You know what I'm saying? So and it's a process that it don't change for nobody. It's the same process. It's the process of evolution. It's a law of nature. That's how it works, right? You learn something, you apply it, learn something new, apply that, and that's how building works, right? How do we generally do is two types of people that aren't in the game, and they do one of either one. They learn all the goddamn time and don't take no action. They don't apply it because they're in a habitual habit of not applying what they learn. It's a habit. And then you got the other person on the other end who takes so much action. He's a go-getter. You go, oh man, I'm moving, but don't learn the goddamn thing. And so he's doing the same shit and around in circles over and over again. He can't figure out why he ain't going nowhere. Oh man, I've been trying, man. But it ain't going. That's because you ain't learning nothing. You understand? So you acting on the knowledge you have. So you are acting, and you are going to get somewhere. But at the end of the day, you're not going to get as far as you could get, as fast as you could get, because you're going around in the goddamn circle. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't know. You see, you don't realize the problems you're having, how to solve these problems and these challenges that are right in front of you. It's like if you started a beat site. Okay, you take action. The first thing you're going to run into is, okay, once your site is how do I get a site up? So you learn how to do that. The second thing you're going to run into is, how do I get traffic to this site? Now, a person who's just a action person don't learn that. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what they're gonna do, and then you're gonna know if you fit into this category, so you can stop doing this shit and then start actually getting somewhere. They just start doing whatever they know to do. Okay, I'm gonna just post up stuff on YouTube. I'm gonna just keep posting on Facebook. Hey man, I got some new beats, man. I'm gonna just be tweeting everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's what they know. I'm just get on MySpace and just, hey man, I'm posting track. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they know. You understand? And then if they don't learn, like, okay, this is not the most effective way to get traffic. In fact, this is the most tiresome, the hardest way. And in fact, it's not going to produce much results. It takes a lot of effort, but you're not going to get that many people like that. So then a person that's in the game who understands this process, what do? You would then, okay, well, how do I get traffic? Let me learn. Where can I learn this at? Type it in Google, YouTube. Go to LiveOffBeats.com. I mean, that's why I put the shit up there, so you can just, I already know every problem you're going to run into because I done did this shit. I've been there, done that. It helped many people get past it, so I already know. So that's the problem, right? So the person who just takes action, what they're going to do is just keep fucking trying that. And years go by, and they're going to say, Postman, I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. Man, I've been trying, man. I ain't sold no beats, man. This ain't working, man. You can't. This ain't really real, man, And I said, well, let me see what you're doing. And they just been doing the same shit over and over again. That's ineffective. It doesn't do anything. You understand? So that's one type of person. If you fall in that category, to solve that problem is you must then create, because you already got half of it, so that's good. Give yourself a pat on the back. Because the action part is really the hard part to master. If you master you're a person that just takes action but don't learn the goddamn thing, pat yourself on the back, because, that when you got momentum, you're gonna excel very quickly, because all you gotta do now is start learning some shit. And what you do is, whenever you run into some shit, a problem, I want you to research how to solve it before you act. So when you say, I can't get no traffic, instead of just keep trying the shit you already know that ain't working, I want you to step back and say, how do I solve this problem? And then research on how to solve it before you go do the same shit over again. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I want you to do. That's how you solve your issue. And then get in the habit of doing that. And then your shit will be rolling. Boom, boom. Because you'll learn, get to the next level. Boom, apply it. Boom, you're going. Now, the other type of person is trickier. That's the person who learns everything but don't never do shit. Because we call it analysis paralysis. That's what they call it in professional terms. And that's when you just sit up and study and plan and do all kind of shit, but don't never do a goddamn thing. And this type of person, and honestly, I think it's a lot deeper than what the surface may appear. Because again, I've been through this, I've helped people. So it seems to me that it's really a fear, an element of fear that they don't know something. And really, I believe a part of it is a self-esteem issue. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're a person who just continuously try to research, because I'm that way to a degree too. Like, I love to learn, but I had to deal with myself in a situation where, it's like, okay, why do I keep wanting to learn something before and not apply what I've already learned? Is it because I feel like I'm not going to be successful if I apply this? I don't know enough yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not smart enough. And then the problem with that is if you have that belief in you, you'll never be able to learn enough to counter that belief, because there's infinite knowledge, so you'll never be able to learn enough, right? So there's no such thing as knowing enough before you act. There's no such thing as that, because, I mean, you're never going to know enough, right? So you need to start acting. Now, again, don't take this as a, I don't know how to say it and communicate in a quick way, but it's like, it's not cut and dry, black and white. There's gray area for what I'm saying, and I always try to leave gray area because I know life has a gray area to it. Like, let's say if you were a doctor, I mean, I don't want your ass operating on me and you just you didn't learn some shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you just like, okay, I learned a couple things, let me start operating. Hell no, you better get your ass back in them books. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but even then, they still teach them hands-on. You know, they have to go in and practice on a dummy and, you know, get so many hours of watching and assisting a professional. So, I mean, even there, they still have that dynamic. But I'm just saying, you know, don't just act on some shit, you know, you don't know anything about it and you just act on it and be, oh, I didn't poke and said, just act, man. I done fucked all my shit up. No, I'm not saying that. I'm clearly telling you to learn something and then apply it. And just, it's hand in hand. Learn something, apply it. You run into a challenge, you run into a problem, learn how to solve it, apply. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you get in the game. And that's how you stay in the game, and that's how you win the game. You know, now you say, well, Postman, how did you get to the point where you're in that process? Well, I'll tell you like this. I'm not perfect at that process. To me, I feel like it's still a process, perfecting that process. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes I can get too much learning. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I was just way too much action. Like, because I came from the streets. You know what I'm saying? I come from the hood. So, you know, we just like had a go-getter hustle mentality. So I just was hustling on everything. You know what I'm saying? Which was good. But then I just wasting time and wasting energy, wasting money. You understand what I'm saying? Then I finally said, okay, let me learn some shit. Then I started doing this process. Boom, start moving, right? And then I got to a point where sometimes I would try to learn too much because it was areas where I was really ignorant in. So I just would dive in there and learn too much before I would start really applying it. And a lot of times because it was fear, because it was a step up, right? When you learn something new, it's usually the next level that you haven't got to yet. So you're trying to get there. You know, like even when it comes to like hiring employees, that was one thing for me. I'm just sharing with you so you can understand it's a human thing. You know, we're all in this together. We're all trying to, you know, go through these processes and live this life. You're not alone, isolated, going through just these little problems and you're just, you know, crazy and you just don't have it and you start feeling low self-esteem. Fuck all that bullshit. That's bullshit. That's what they teach you out there. But I'm telling you is it's a human thing. You understand what I'm saying? So even myself, you know, when it came to hiring employees, you know, I could contract somebody, but then to put somebody on the payroll, I just, you know what I'm saying? I had like, you know, I had a lot of feelings about that. So I learned a lot about, you know, how to do employees, how to do the whole thing, but then I wouldn't hire none. I kept, well, let me read some more. Let me go get some audio CDs on how to do this. You know what I'm saying? And so the information helped me, but at some point I had to just go out and hire you motherfuckers and then see, you know, then go from there. You know what I'm saying? But it was, learning it was good because what happens when you learn it first, even when you learn things that you don't know you're going to run into yet, you already have the knowledge. You become aware, like, oh, that's what they were talking about there. You understand? But you really don't even know it until you applied it, because then you're like, oh, okay, that's what they were talking about. I see that now. You understand what I'm saying? I see it because you're getting in the game. And so that's what it's about, being in that game. You know what I'm saying? Learn it and then getting in it. And then my thing, too, is sharing what you learn. Like, this is such a big thing. It's like, you know, you have to share what you learn. You have to teach other people. That's part of the process. As soon as you learn something, teach somebody else. You know, that's the point. You know, because as you teach somebody else, you learn it too. So teach somebody else, take action on it, and start telling people, hey, man, this is how you do this. Now, you got to tell people that want to know, because a lot of times, you know, you can tell somebody they don't give a damn. But find people who are looking for the same answers that you were looking for. Say, I found this answer. This is it. Some people are going to say, well, that ain't it. You crazy. Well, you don't know what you're talking about. You're going to say, okay, fine. But then you apply it, and then they be like, damn, you got something else. Well, I told your ass before how to do it, and you didn't want to listen. So now they behind. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't your fault. You want to teach, and you want to apply. Learn, teach, apply. I know I didn't need to teach in the middle because I don't want you to even, you know, get confused. It's learn and apply. But then also you should be talking about the things that you're applying, right, with people. Like how I share with you guys and how I share with other people. I'm always teaching. I'm always teaching what I'm learning. And even if I learned it yesterday, I want to teach it today. I want to tell somebody, hey, this is what I learned, man. Check this out. Why? Because as I'm explaining it, it's making me communicate it in a way that where I'm starting to get it too. The more I'm talking about it, I'm understanding it more. And then that person's going to have questions. Well, how do you do it? Well, that's a good question. Well, I didn't think about that, you know. and then I'm applying it. So this is, you know, the teach part, learn, teach, apply, but I don't want you to put the teaching there right now because you might start, you know, that can go to a whole other thing. You know, you start getting even more confused, even more learning and teaching, and then you really don't apply. You know what I'm saying? So learn, apply. That process will work for you regardless. So learn, apply. Just remember that. That's how you get in the game. You say, well, how does it apply to me as a music producer? Well, it's simple, man. You know, you're trying to do this music. You're in the game of selling beats. Period. Like, period. That's your game. And you think the game is getting beats to Lil Wayne. No. I don't give a damn who you selling the beats to. You sell the beats to my grandma. If she need them, goddammit. The point is you're in the game of selling beats. That's the game you in. Not making beats. You ain't in the game of making beats. Ain't no damn game. That's a product. You're not in the game of making a beat. That's not your game. Your game is selling the beats on the market. Finding the fastest and most efficient way to sell it, how to keep selling them, how to outsell everybody else, you know, in a healthy, competitive way, right? Just like how, you know, Kobe Bryant wants to be the best basketball player. Him and LeBron James go at it. They don't hate each other. They don't want to kill each other, but they're competitive. They say, hey, I want to be the best. You say, I want to be the best producer to ever come online and sell, right? So how do I do that? Then you have to start learning all the stuff that, you know, different things, and then try and apply different things. Learn it, and some things ain't gonna work, some things gonna work, and you keep this ocean of movement, this movement. You understand what I'm saying? Then you rest. Now, my goal is to be able to sleep 4 hours a day, and for the other 20 hours, I'm constantly in motion. Either I'm learning or I'm applying. You understand what I'm saying? Or I'm teaching as well. You understand? But teaching and learning can go in the same vein. That's why I don't want to even, but I want to make sure you're aware of that. But learning and teaching is also, to me, in the same, so teaching on the same side of learning. You understand what I'm saying? Because as I'm teaching, I'm learning. And if you can teach and learn and not apply, and then you still be in the same position. So my goal is to be learning and applying for 20 hours a day and for 4 hours of sleep. Now, of course, I give leeway to relationship and stuff like that. But that's just like my goal. That's my goal of an optimum productive day for me. Now, some people is not like that. You know, some people may say, look, man, I ain't trying to 20 hours. But that's just my goal, to see how much I want to see how much I can produce. To me, that would be the ultimate optimum day. You understand what I'm saying? That's just like, even if it's not a lifetime, like if I could spend 7 days operating at that level. So that's my goal. That's why I'm doing things right now, like with my health, because I realized, you know, the first thing, and let me show you this right here. You know what I'm saying? I've been on these green juices, and, you know, I'm eating fruits and vegetables. I'm not eating garbage right now. You know what I'm saying? And I've been a vegetarian, but, you know, because one of the things is your body. So I can't just say I want to do that, and then my body's not in optimum health. I run every day. I exercise every night. So, you know, I'm not just trying to, you know, do that without having to make sure my body, the temple, can handle that type of activity. So that's just my goal. That's my optimum efficiency goal. Again, that's not something I want to do every day for my life. That's just something I want to see how I can maintain that, and how much can I get done, like operating at that type of level. You know, how much can I grow? You know, by learning and applying. Spend 20 hours just doing back and forth. You know, no breaks. You know what I'm saying? Like 20 hours straight. You know, that's a crazy goal. You know, but I just want to see. Maybe it's never been done. Maybe people do it all the time. How the hell would I know? You know, but I'm just saying. You know, so getting in the game is the key. You know what I'm saying? Learn and apply. If you find yourself always applying shit and it ain't working, that means you ain't learning. And if you find yourself always learning, you ain't applying nothing, well then you ain't got shit to show for it anyway. You just got a whole bunch of shit in your head that you just don't know anyway. You just floating around in your head. Oh man, I'm floating around. No man, you gotta apply, take that action. So that's the game plan. Take action, learn, do all that stuff, man. So we get in 2013, we in here, man. Like I said, I'm taking action. I'm doing a video a day. That's what I said. A video a day. Saturday, Sunday, I'm releasing a new video every day, so you can have somebody there with you. Now it ain't charged. I ain't getting no money from this. I'm just saying, you can have somebody there with you every morning. You can, daytime, whenever it's time for you to grind, say, okay, what's the nigga postman talking about today? And you got something there in your environment. So consider me part of your environment, like, yo, just right there with you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, come on, let's go. You know, because I know sometimes it can be hard when you're the only person trying to go for these things, or you don't have a great support system, or people don't really understand what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because this is fairly new. Selling beats on the internet company, that's not something that was around 20 years ago. So it's a fairly new thing, and it's still a baby in infancy. So I understand. Like people are like, yo, what the heck you gonna sell beats on the internet for a living? Like, well, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? You gotta become something. You're gonna be a failure, you know. So I understand that. You know, I understand their concern. I understand. You know, you're like, look, I got dreams to live. So that's what I'm here to do. So let's do this. Let's get it. And like I said, every video, take a step right now. Don't just watch a video from me and not take some kind of step. Otherwise, you just wasted the whole entire video. If you don't, immediately after you stop this video, do something. And like I said, if it's sell a beat, upload a beat, hit somebody on Twitter, Facebook, you know, go get a course, go study something, learn something, go read something. Whatever it is, do something that's going to get you closer to where you're trying to go. Because generally speaking, we suffer from inertia, which means that things that are in motion stay in motion, and things that are sitting back tend to want to set their ass back and become a goddamn couch potato and a sloth. I mean, we all suffer from this, so we got to get in motion. So just take a little step. Don't try to save the world right now. Just take a goddamn step in the right direction. You understand what I'm saying? The rest take care of itself. So that's it. Postman LiveOffBeats checking out. Man, let's get it, man. Let's get it. I'm ready. You see, I'm here. I'm on my job every day. I've been releasing a video since I said it. So y'all be on y'all. All right? All right, man. Peace. LiveOffBeats.com. Y'all see it on the shirt. It's everywhere. We everywhere, baby.